Today, we're going to take a look at how you can get more cinematic video footage using your mobile phone, and we're going to do this with the help of the Moza Mini MX gimbal, which I just received in the post today. This amazing accessory delivers super smooth, professionally stabilized cinematic footage, whether you're walking or running or just recording any type of B-roll footage. It can be used standalone just to help improve the stability of your shots, but really comes into its own when used with the amazing app that gives you access to Hollywood-style shooting modes such as slow motion, time-lapse, inception mode, sports, and vertigo modes. It does all of this using a combination of mechanical stabilizers and what they call the deep red anti-shake algorithm that's part of the app that comes with the gimbal. Let's start by unboxing it and taking a look at what's included in the packaging. And as I'm doing that, a big shout out to Moza for sending out a product for me to review. The product is well priced at around $89. So if you want to take advantage of this offer, I'll leave a link to where you can get it in the description box below. Before I put it to the test with some sample video footage of my own, let's take a look at what's inside the box. First thing you'll come across is a small leaflet with a link to download the app. Now make sure that it is the Genie app, which is the brand new app by Moza. If not, just head over and manually download the Moza Genie app by typing in the search term. There's also a small instruction manual, which gives you some info on how to use it. And then of course, the gimbal itself, made of a complete lightweight plastic construction. No metal or high-end materials to speak of, but you can't really expect anything weightier or more solid for the price point of $89 or less. Next up, we get the carry strap and a USB cable that you can use to charge the gimbal by connecting to a computer or a power supply. And there's another box inside. We'll just take a look at what's inside there. Just opening it up. We've got a suede pouch that you can use to carry the gimbal around. It has the Moza insignia on the front. And we also get a mini tripod that we can attach to the gimbal. And there's a couple of purposes for this. First of all, you're going to need it to set up the gimbal when you're balancing. And it can also be used as a tabletop tripod if you like. And then you simply attach it to the base of the gimbal by screwing it in. And that's pretty much all there is to this gimbal. The next thing we need to do is set up the gimbal so that it's all balanced and ready to use. So when it comes to the setup, you take it out of the box, or if you're carrying it around in the pouch, when it's in the folder position, you completely unfold it and maneuver the handle into the unlock position. And then you need to unlock the gimbal. There's two different sections that need to be unlocked. There's the main gimbal arm, which is the top part of the gimbal. You'll see there's a lock and unlock icon. Simply rotate it counterclockwise to go into the unlock position. And then the actual cradle that holds the phone, that needs to be removed from the lock position by rotating that counterclockwise as well. So once you do that, you feel that the gimbal is completely free to rotate in all directions. Now make sure the tripod is attached to the base of the gimbal. Place it on a flat surface, a desk, or any flat surface you have available, and mount the phone on the top of the gimbal by expanding the bracket. And you'll see there's a red arrow that will indicate which way you need to place the camera of your phone. So the camera goes to the left of the bracket, and make sure that the front of the phone is facing you. When you let go, you might find that it falls into any number of positions. It doesn't really seem to matter here. As soon as you turn the gimbal on, it seems to automatically configure itself and position your phone in the horizontal position. Go ahead and download the Moza Genie app. Tap on the Bluetooth icon so that your phone establishes a connection with the gimbal, and then you can tap on the gimbal icon that appears, scroll down till you find the calibration setting, tap on it, and once the calibration is complete, you're ready to use the gimbal. If we have a look at some of the basic functions here, there's the main joystick, which you can use to pivot the gimbal up and down and left and right. So this is going to be useful whilst you're walking around wanting to focus on different areas. If you tap on the gimbal icon on the Genie app, you can go into different modes. For example, there's the pan and follow mode, pan and tilt mode, and also the FPV mode, which rotates the gimbal vertically. You can use the plus and minus buttons by tapping them in order to zoom in and out. If you double tap the plus button, it will automatically zoom till it gets to the end of the zoom range. Then you can double tap the minus button to do the same and come back to the wide angle view. You can tap on the on off button in order to start and stop recording. If you double tap on the on off button, you can go from video mode to photo mode and then back again. And if you use a triple tap on the on off button, you can go from horizontal to portrait mode. And then you can triple tap to revert back to horizontal mode again, and tap and hold the on off button to completely turn off the gimbal. There's also the target mode, which allows you to tap and draw on an object on the screen, and the gimbal will always follow that object and keep it central and the main subject of focus, which is ideal for action and sports videos. There's a trigger underneath the handle of the gimbal. A single tap will go in and out of face recognition mode. You can use this to track your face if you're doing selfie style videos. Double tap will reset the gimbal back to the neutral position, and a triple tap will flip the camera around to selfie mode. And by triple tapping again, you can get back to the front facing camera. There's also gesture control, which you can set up using hand gestures in order to activate each of these modes. So overall, a very pleasant user experience. And once you get used to these different buttons and gestures, you can very easily toggle between all of the various modes of the gimbal. So let's just take a look at some of the test footage that I've taken. There's some shots of me riding along on my bike, so you can see what it looks like if you're on a bike, or even if you're in a car. This is the kind of stabilization you would get. Now just walking along, testing out the panning and tilting and straightforward movements. And as you can see, it does a pretty good job of stabilizing the movement. Normally when you're walking around with an iPhone, you get a lot more shaking left and right and up and down. Keep in mind that it's not 100% perfect, and that really comes with experience in using the gimbal, walking very slowly and holding the gimbal very carefully if you want to get a more even, stable image. And in this shot, I've triple tapped on the trigger in order to go into selfie mode. So it's using the front facing camera now. And I'm just walking along, holding the phone and gimbal right in front of me. So for those vloggers out there wanting to do a selfie style video, this is also a good option for you. And here's that FPV mode that I was talking about earlier on. This is a creative effect that can be used for interesting transitions from one scene to another. And here's Jasper the dog chasing the ball. As you can see, I'm running in and out, is keeping the phone incredibly stable. And also for real estate walkthroughs, for example, walking down the stairs here, normally you get a lot more shaky movement, especially when you're walking downstairs. And for general walkthroughs, the gimbal is going to do a great job in stabilizing your footage. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that demonstration of this incredible mobile gimbal for your iPhone or Android. Certainly, if you are interested in picking one of these up, make sure you do take advantage of that additional discount that we've been provided here on the channel by clicking on the link provided in the description box below. Thanks again. See you on the next one. Bye for now.